Hi, this is Stuart with Spitfire Audio's customer experience team. I'm here to show you Original's felt piano. Starting in the top left corner is an LED. This will alternate between green and red whenever the plugin is loading, but will remain a constant green whenever the plugin is fully loaded. Following that are CPU and disk meters. These help in monitoring the performance of your computer while using the plugin. To the right of that is a memory view. This shows the amount of sample content that's being preloaded into RAM. Finally, a voices view. This shows the amount of audio streams that are being played at once. Outside of those views is a refresh button. Clicking on this will refresh the plugin instance, while Option or Alt clicking will refresh all instances of the plugin. This is useful for things such as hanging MIDI notes. On the right side is the MIDI channel selection. This defaults to any, but MIDI channels 1 through 16 can be selected. Outside of that, you have tuning and panning controls, as well as the master volume for the plugin. In the top right corner is an ellipsis and a cog. Clicking on the ellipsis exposes the velocity response for the plugin. It defaults to linear velocity, but can also be changed to shelf velocity, exponential negative, or exponential positive. You can also reset and clear the CC mappings from here as well, if need be. Clicking on the cog allows you to access the settings for the plugin. From the General tab, you can copy the settings from this plugin so that they're applied to all of your other dedicated Spitfire plugins. In the Interface tab, you can toggle the help text on and off, change the default size and scale of the plugin window, enable automatic unload with mixer fader, meaning that whenever a signal's fader is taken to 0, the signal is automatically offloaded. Change the way the gain units are displayed, whether that be in decibels as opposed to a percentage. Disable host automation. Change the knob drag type. Disable warnings for missing samples, and disable the auto hide knob parameter pop-up. In the Audio tab, you can adjust the maximum voices playable, adjust the preload and stream buffer sizes, change the master tuning, and adjust the default stereo outputs. In the Plugin tab, you can change the default preset that loads whenever the plugin is initially loaded. In the About section, you'll find a link to the manual as well as our EULA and terms of use. This section contains other acknowledgments and software licenses as well. If you wish to discard the changes, you can do so by clicking Cancel. To apply the changes that have been made, click Save. The plugin is divided into two sections, a top half and a bottom half. Just beneath the cog in the top right corner are two inward pointing arrows. Clicking on that collapses the plugin view so that only the top half is visible. Clicking this again expands the plugin. To access the patches and presets for the plugin, click into this menu here. This exposes all of the available presets for the plugin. You can apply stars to the left of each patch to easily filter them for quick reference. These are also filtered by enhanced, simple, and tweaked. Your user presets can be loaded from here as well. To load a patch, simply click on the patch name and then click Load. Underneath the drop-down menu are two faders and a knob. The leftmost fader is the expression. This adjusts the level of the technique being played. The second fader is a dynamics fader. This will limit the lowest velocity playable, essentially acting as a dynamic range compressor. To the right of the two faders is a knob. Clicking on this knob exposes the controls that can also be seen below. The bottom left corner of the plugin window is the mixer section. This contains the available signals for the library. In this case, it's condenser, ribbon, and hammers. To save a mix preset, click on the downward pointing arrows and then click Save. To load a mix preset, click on the upward pointing arrows to the right and then click Load. When automatic unload is enabled, a signal will automatically be turned off whenever the fader is moved to 0. The toggle beneath the signal name can also be clicked to offload the signal as well. To the right of the signal section are the controls that were also available in the knob above. Attack adjusts the attack time of the amplitude envelope. Decay adjusts the decay time of the amplitude envelope. Sustain adjusts the sustain level of the amplitude envelope across the instrument. Release adjusts the duration of the release triggers across the instrument, proportional to their original duration. Pedal volume controls the volume of the physical sound of the sustain pedal being pressed and released. This is useful to add realism to sustained parts. Once you've applied all of the changes that you see fit and are happy with the sound you're hearing, you can click on the padlock in the top right corner of the section to prevent the controls from being changed. This can be disabled by simply clicking on the padlock again. That's been Originals Felt Piano. If you have any questions or need any help, please feel free to reach out.
Thanks for watching Spitfire Clips. Let us know if it was too long, too short, too fast, or too slow in the comments down below. Hit like if we answered your question, and subscribe for more clips, tips, tricks, and exclusive Spitfire content.